Hi, so this is a video just so you have the information. It's information about the SPSS environment that we cover in class, but you will have a recording too, just to have just to get more practice. So this is the opening window that you have. Um, Basically, if you have opened any data sets recently or syntax files recently, it'll show up here. If you want to, what we'll do here is make a new data set. And I want to draw your attention to you will have three. Oops, I lost my SPSS. Here we go. You'll have three ways of viewing data, or three different outputs, windows. The first one and the most important one, or the one you'll probably spend most time on, is for now is the variable view, is the data view. This is the data view, so this is where you're going to see all of the data. And I just kind of copied all of the data from your survey that you took. You have, and we're going to label it here in a second. So this is our data view. Our variable view is where you see information about those variables. And then you'll have the syntax view. So you occasionally will see the syntax view, but for the most part, you may not keep that for this class. So first thing we're going to do here is look at the variables that we have here, and we're going to label them. So the first one is the birth date. So we can do birthday here. The type of variable is date, and let's see what the format that it's already in. So what you can do to get back to data view, you can double click on this at the top. So it looks like it's that kind. So you'll do date, and it looks like it's this kind of variable. And let's see how it did. Okay, great. Width, you can kind of leave alone. We're going to kind of go ahead and label all of these. So this is the second one is the year or academic standing. And so this will be numeric decimals. It's actually going to be an ordinal variable. And we'll talk about why that is here in a little bit. But you will want to add the values as 1 is freshman, 2 is sophomore, 3 is junior, and 4 is senior. I'll change this one to actually type it out. And what that does is that over here it shows up as a different as that actual value. Now, for some reason when I copied and pasted it, it didn't do this one. So in here we're going to do 1 is freshman, junior, junior, senior, senior, junior, junior, senior, junior. Okay. The third variable is going to be, it's going to also be ordinal, but we're going to treat it as scale, the last ones. And we're going to label these as excited data. So what you'll notice here is that you can only have one string. You can't have any spaces, and you actually can't have any characters, special characters in the name. Now what you can do is you can label it. So in here you say you can add the label I am very excited about starting to learn SPSS. Excited SPSS. In the second one, you can copy the label, and on here you can do, you can have spaces in the label. Let's see. So right now we have numeric, date. And this, when you do the type of variable, you can also have what's called string. And string is where you just type out, you can type out letters, or people can respond to answers in text way. So we have all of our data. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything else. So data, string. Most of the times we will use in the variable type, you'll use numeric. Most of the times you might use date or string also. And the other thing that I want you guys to make sure that you know how to do is the values. So in this one we won't do the values here, but if you wanted to, you could do the values of this is 1, strongly disagree, 2, strongly disagree, right? And then that'll add the values. So in the data view, if you go back here, then you click this little button, it will let you see the numeric value of a variable, right? So right now it's numeric value, or it'll let you do the value number of the variable, so the actual text. So basically what that's saying is that this number is representing a categorical variable. Okay, so we've got our names typed out, the type of variable it is, the width it is. If you actually wanted to make your data a little cleaner, you could reduce the decimal points, and what that does is you just see one value for that. So instead of 2.00, so I'm going to kind of change it back just to see, so you see. So if you have 2 decimal points in academic standing, and you go back to data view, then, did I do it? Oh, then it'll do 2.00, but if you take it off, then it'll just be a 2. Okay. Let's see. So, what are some other things? So we're gonna run, and I don't expect you to know how to do this, but let's say we wanted to see how many people. We're gonna do a graph. How many people are freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. We'll just do a plain bar chart up here, and we'll do academic standing on the y-axis. And okay. So I'm going to actually click paste. And we're going to go see, we're going to go, remember, so this is our first one is our data view, variable view. I said you'll also get the output. So this is where results from the analyses are going to show up. So it looks like across 2 classes, we had mostly juniors. And then the next most common, most frequent category was sophomores, and then seniors and freshmen were the last 2 or 3. This is our syntax, and you guys won't use this a ton in here, but sometimes it's helpful or useful to save that syntax if you wanted to in that way you can run different analyses. So we might say we want to do I'm gonna do one more analysis just for kicks and giggles, and we won't do this we won't go over correlation until later in the semester, but so that you can see what these are, I will run this. So if we wanted to see does having a happy childhood relate to loving Disney? And what we found was there's no significant correlation. Sure. This is our correlation. So that's it. That's kind of SPSS in a nutshell. You have the first one thing that you're going to see is the birthday. The next thing the first thing that you're going to see is the data view. To make it where you are, you can use the data, you need to make sure to label it, put names on it, put labels on it, change the type of variable, insert values here, and determine what type of measure it is, nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio. You notice over here there's no ratio or interval, but both of them are called scale. So that is it. Hope you guys find this useful and look forward to seeing you in class.